All right, welcome everybody to Wayfinder's Academy, episode 2. Sorry for the delay. We had some technical difficulties. Don't worry, the interns have been beaten. I'm sorry, eaten. The interns have been eaten. But welcome everybody. I am David. I am the Dungeon Master for Wayfinder's Academy. And this is a campaign centered around the world of Eberron in Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. We're going to go ahead and introduce our players.
Hi, I'm Connor. I play as Bangerin, the Livable Bard. I'm pretty cool and epic and stuff.
Hello, I am Mark, and I am playing Bobrov, the Paladin Dragonborn.
Hi, I am Tristan, and I play Pickworth Matchlock, the Human Artificer.
Hi, I'm Doug. I play Oak, the Warforged Druid.
All right. So Wayfinder's Academy, they are all students that have been enrolled in a school for new adventurers in the city of Wayfair. At this point, they have commandeered a flying ship that belonged to some cultists that tried to kill them. They flew it in. It was loaded with explosives. The school has taken them in, and now they're just getting off the ship right now and going to school for the first time. So let's begin. All right, so as you guys are sort of taken off the boat, there's a bunch of city guard waiting outside, and they sort of grab you guys and pull you off the boat and take you to the side to interview you. We're not going to role play the interviews because they'd be pretty dry and boring, but basically they ask you what happened and all this and that and the other thing, and you guys basically tell them, you know, we fought a bunch of cultists and we took over their ship when our ship blew up. We didn't do anything bad. So after a while, a gnome comes up, and he is dressed in what looks like a graduation sort of gown, with like the cap and everything on him. And followed close beside him is a Warforged with heavy steel plating and a half-orc. And he comes up to you lot and... I trust you have all followed the requirements set forth by law enforcement in regards to telling them everything they've wanted to know.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Well, I can't tell a lie, so...
Sorry, were you talking back to me? Eberron House?
No, sir. I was giving you a statement.
Yeah. Eye on you. Eye on him. And he goes to the half-orc, and the half-orc's just like...
I give him a heart.
Half-orc gets like right up in your face, like where you can like feel his breath like on your face. And he's, "We'll have a problem, student."
No, sir, I'm full of love.
"Yeah, you'll be full of something else when I'm done with you." And he steps back.
Please, no, I'm only 15.
He goes,
Freezing.
and he goes, "Sir, what should we do with him?" And he's, "Sheriff, do you have a problem with if we release these students to their dorms for the evening?" And the sheriff kind of like takes his hand and strokes his chin for a second. "I don't have a problem. But let me just ask them all one last thing before they go." And he goes, "Very well. Answer the sheriff's question and back to your dorms. Lights out when you get back to them." By the way, it's like 7 p.m. Like, it's still kind of like it's dark, but it's not like pitch black or anything. But like, yeah. So he and the half-orc leave. And the sheriff steps forward. "Name is Law. Sheriff. Wayfair. I don't believe I know any of you."
My name is Bobrov Carlson, sir. It's a pleasure to meet you.
I am Pickworth Matchlock.
By the way, he is a Warforged with like heavy metal plating, but he also is wearing like a cowboy hat and has like a gun on his side.
That is an awesome hat.
"Thank you, son." It's like, "How long have you been around?"
I think 6 years, maybe 7.
Understood. Well, I've been part of the law here in Eberron for quite a long time. My question is, you guys find anything strange on that ship? Maybe something you didn't tell the deputies during the interviews?
There was an awful lot of explosives. They had
Yes, we're aware of the explosives.
they had some strange books. Just threw them aside, except for one.
I'm not interested in books. Anything else?
I mean,
Since we weren't actually part of the interview, was there anything we held back?
No. Like
Okay.
you guys probably told them whatever.
Okay.
no, there's
Not really, so I don't know.
Yeah. We've told them about everything that we've seen on there.
And there were really no survivors.
Once we were on board, no.
And none of you lot saw any of your group here helping the cultists?
There was one guy on our ship, I believe we stated that. He, I believe, was working for them, but that was, well, actually several of the crew, but...
I mean, of you 4.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
All right, you kids head to your dorm.
Alright.
Should be cleared up in the morning, but until then, you head over there. I'm sure they'll make a decision by then on whether the school's going to close down or not. And he
We're all...
turns around and walks away with his spurs clinking as he walks.
Jingle, jingle, jingle.
Yeah. So you guys are free to head to your dorm.
Alright.
You can see your homeroom teacher, Professor Shadetree, is standing like over in the direction of the dorms. She seems to be like waiting for you guys.
We should probably get going.
I think she's waiting for us, right?
I don't want to be in any more trouble.
And she's next to her, waiting with her, is what looks like a student. They look like a cross between an alligator and a person, but not a lizard folk.
Dragonborn?
No.
How is the teacher
How tall?
looking? Last we saw her, she fell off the deck.
She looks perfectly fine.
Okay.
How tall is this person next to her?
About 6 feet.
Alright. Let's get going. So... I'll
So
go-
you guys approach, and she looks at you guys. And, any problems with the sheriff?
Not at
ma'am.
all. Miss.
Not a one.
I was told that one of you spoke back to the headmaster. There will be repercussions for all of you. Now, this is the head of your house. And the person bows. It's the alligator-style person. Hands out their hand to you. You shake. Yeah. Name's Casey. And she like does this big, toothy gator smile. Welcome to Eberron House. You were the 4 that were selected to ride the airship. We haven't met yet. The others are already back in the dorm rooms.
Alright.
My, what lovely teeth you have, Casey.
She looks very uncomfortable after you say that.
Excuse him, I don't believe he's too socially acclimated.
It's okay. I'm used to it, being a shifter and all.
I see. So I guess we should probably get going. They don't
Yes,
want
let
to
me
stay
show
now.
you the way. Professor, is that okay? And the gnome just like, go. Like, wait
Goodbye,
for
Miss
her.
Tree.
She doesn't respond. She's like, seems to be like thinking about other things. So she's taking you guys back and she's like, so, what happened on the boat? They won't tell us anything. And she's like walking you guys over there.
Are we
Well-
supposed to tell you?
Is it supposed to be a secret?
I don't know.
No.
I mean, we won't tell.
I mean, as
Well-
you saw, we didn't come back on our boat. We came back on another boat.
To put it this way, some sort of cult attacked and we had to deal with them.
On the dead of the morning.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't say that, but yes.
Well, everyone knows that they threatened the school.
Long story short, we were other than us, Miss Shadetree, and Professor Brock, there was no other survivors.
Oh.
Most of the crew turned out to be part of the cult on the original ship. And that didn't end too well. Captain went down with his own, helping us.
She looks like really just like she's like processing everything. Like she's just like her eyes are bulging out of her head. Like she can't believe that what just happened. She's like, and you all fought them off with no training here at the school yet.
Well, I've been trained by my clan, but not from here, obviously.
It's sort of been a requirement for me to learn a few things.
I see why Professor Brock recommended you all for the flight. I was surprised I wasn't picked as the head of house.
Well, we would have loved to have you if it was our decision.
Oh, no hard feelings. I understand. Anyway, let's get going. And as she leads you guys there, when you arrive, there's a pterodactyl sitting like roosted, like up on top of the dorm room for you guys. And as she opens the door, Professor Brock is sort of standing there, like waiting.
Evening, Professor.
How's Molotov?
She's good. And you just hear like, ah! Like screech from on top of the roof. It's like, you all make it out okay?
Still breathing.
More or less.
Couple bruises, but nothing that won't.
I regret I wasn't able to help you out more. But I'd help the other classes, and honestly, you all seem to be capable.
Thank you. It's still a shame for those that were lost.
And he just nods. One last thing. I want to make this absolutely clear. You do not leave this dorm tonight. Am I understood?
You sure?
Yes, sir.
I think he's being like 100% about that.
Roll a insight check.
It's not my specialty, but that's 13.
He's so hard to read because he's so deadpan in everything he says. You're kind of like unsure. You're like, you didn't get a reading one way or the other. Like you didn't get a reading that said like he's absolutely serious. I will not leave this dorm room, or like he's full of it and he's telling us to leave the dorm room. You're just like, I don't know.
We'll do as you think is correct, sir.
He leaves, and when he does,
I can never read that, guy.
Casey's like, oh, right, and she reaches in her. It's like, I was supposed to give you this from Professor Brock. Professor! Oh, he's gone.
Is it specifically for me? Or?
It's for you four.
Okay.
What is it?
She's like, well, I'm going to go to my room. You two have the rooms on the end on the right and left.
All right.
And she goes to, it's an envelope.
You want me to? Okay, you got it.
Have you never opened one of those before?
Oh.
Or like,
All right. It's a handwritten letter.
Okay.
It's not very long.
Okay. It's a letter.
Mm-hmm.
What's it say?
It says, go to the stables after 4 p.m. or after 8 p.m.
Cool.
Signed, Brock.
We are totally staying in the dorms. Oh.
Do not speak that out loud, please. Can I? Thank you. All right. Oh, you'll pass it out, I suppose.
Oh.
Can I get that back? Thank
As
you.
soon as you finish reading it, it bursts into flames.
Oh.
Like, it doesn't hurt. Like, it's just like, and it's gone. And the envelope, too.
Oh.
How cool.
evidence, to say the
So,
least.
rooms?
Okay.
We have 2.
I
I'll
frankly
take that
don't.
one.
Look, I frankly don't care
I'm
which
safe with
dorm. Okay, I guess me and you
Epic time.
You seem quiet, and I
touch my
prefer that.
stuff
All
and
right.
cut off your hand.
So you guys head back to your dorm rooms, and they are small. There is not enough room for both of you to walk side by side in the free space of the room. There's basically just 2 beds with a single 5-foot line between them, and that's it. There is like shelving built into the wall next to the bed, but that's it. That's all the space you have.
Reminds me of the hunt.
And there's no windows. It's pitch black in here right now.
So no windows.
This won't do. This won't do.
I use my flame.
Careful not to burn anything, please. Oh no, this is not good. This is not good at all. I don't like this.
Is it bunks?
So
No, it is beds. They're straw beds, like very low quality, and they are like just right next to each other with like a thin space between them.
What a high budget school.
Yeah.
You
I've
mentioned there was
got
a
an
common
idea.
room, right?
There is
So what was the sort of?
bare like wooden tables, wooden chairs. There is a hearth out there, but that's pretty much it.
I've got you. I'm gonna take one of the beds. I'm gonna put it in the closet outside, and I'm gonna stand in the corner.
Okay. So it's gonna be a thing to get this bed out of here.
Really?
Because there's not enough room to get it out of the doorway.
Oh, hold on, I got an idea.
Like you're gonna have to take it apart to get it out.
Oh, it's fine. It's like I take out of my duffel bag like a small toolkit set. You sure you want me to? This is gonna take a little bit.
Do I need to rest on a bed?
No.
I don't get any comfort out of it.
All right, if you're sure, I'll get to work disassembling it with
Okay.
my toolkit.
Maybe a chair you could build out of it for me.
I'd say it takes you probably a good 45 minutes to get the bed disassembled to the point where you can easily take it out of the room in pieces and get it out of there.
I'll take the straw padding from it and put it on mine.
That's fine. But now you have like 15 minutes to get to Professor Brock if you're going to follow the letter.
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk over, like knock on their door.
all right. During that time, I guess I don't know what would you done first thing we came in.
I lit my candle and I looked in the room and like smiled into a huge frown.
Oh yeah, Bangun. No, you really liked that book.
Yeah.
By the way, you're big enough where like in order for you to sleep on your bed, you have to curl into a ball because otherwise
Reminds me of the hunt.
otherwise your feet would go through the wall. Like you are
Yeah.
taller than this bed is long.
I figured as much.
Yeah.
But you know, I know you liked the book. I thought that necklace was really nice looking.
What are you trying to say?
By the way, at this
That's
point,
right.
you have realized what the necklace is.
Yeah.
It is a prayer bead necklace. It has 5 charges. All the charges cast Bless. And it can be used by a cleric, a druid, or a paladin.
I can't really read this. I can't really read this book. Maybe you can, or you can do whatever with the gems.
Sounds like you got a little deal.
I do.
A deal.
Shake on it.
Okay.
Right.
So you guys trade the book for the.
Yeah. So I hand them. It might be a little sweaty.
You sweat?
I look disgusted. Just,
Wait,
Two trade Don't answer.
And would I possibly have enough time with trying to attune to it myself, or?
It takes an hour to attune, so you can't write the second, but you can later. But I don't know if you have to attune to it, because they're individual beads that you use. So like it has 5 charges. Once the
believe
charges are
that,
done,
so-
it's over. It's a consumable magic item. Okay, so are you guys heading out to meet Professor Brock?
Yeah, I would have knocked on the door. I was like, we going or what?
Yeah.
Are there any windows?
Hey, you
Not in the whole building.
you might want to take the
None.
shink off.
What does the building look like from the outside?
Clink, clink.
A barn,
Oh,
Oh,
that's nice.
like one that was kind
I
of
don't know how to
quickly
take it off.
sort of changed into.
Is there a
housing
roof
complex.
access?
Not that you've seen,
I
but
haven't
maybe.
taken this off in
A back door?
5 years.
It's probably
There's not
rusted
that
on.
you've seen. You're at the end of the hall, and there's no door leading.
Everyone has no fire code.
Yeah.
My sister usually cleaned it up with her magic.
Don't. Stop talking.
I'm good. All right, fine. Don't take it off. I can't. Just imagine the smell. Let's go.
It doesn't smell, does it?
No. Oh God.
I need to call my sister.
This never happened.
Yes, this never happened. Let's go. So where's the nearest sort of exit for us to leave this
There's
thing?
only one place one way in or out that you know of, and that is straight through the front door.
Anyone there?
No, lights are off. You don't see anyone in the common room.
Be very quiet.
Now you guys are no dark vision amongst any of you, so you're gonna have to light a light to go.
Put that out. Lights out. They told us that.
It's pitch black in here, like pitch black, because there's no windows.
Okay. I think I might have something for this.
Oak, you do some sort of little flying magic thing, right? Can you just click it on?
I'd let you produce flame and just make like a little like lighter flame
Off,
on the tip of your finger. Okay.
That works. All right, let's go.
All right. So you guys sort of creep as well as you can. You're not exactly the creepiest bunch.
I'm proficient.
You creep as best you can to the front door. Open it up, and when you look outside, it seems clear for like a second, and then you hear a voice from like the other side of the door go, "And where do you lot think you're going?"
Karen?
There is a human girl standing there, and she's got a torch and a clipboard.
I'd like to say the same thing to you.
And she's,
What are you doing about it?
I have been deputized, and she like points to like an obviously fake badge on her lapel, to make sure all students stay inside during the lockdown. Now, what are you all doing?
Well, I
Just
heard a
checking
really
on you,
weird
Karen.
noise, so
I know her last name, right?
You probably would. The others probably don't. But yeah, you know her last name.
What is it?
It is, I can get it for you, Karen Smith.
Smith.
Why wouldn't I know?
A noble named Smith.
you're
Name Smith.
The Smith family. Smith family crest.
Hello, Miss
Lawrence.
Smith, but we're a little busy. And I believe you probably are as well, so maybe we should just go our separate ways.
She goes, I still don't understand why your house even exists. We're the house for the civilized peoples, and Kyber is the house for the goblins. What is your house? Just a bunch of mutts, which is why I hung out over here to make sure that all of you were following the rules, because I knew you all would break them. You know what?
Like you are right now.
I'm not breaking any rules. I told you, deputized.
Can we
What's your
can we
names?
see that?
I want all your
Who
names.
said that you could be deputized?
I was deputized
By
by.
yourself?
Look,
Okay, let me see the
the
badge.
head of house has
see the badge.
certain abilities and powers, and one of those is to deputize in times of emergency. I'm pretty sure. So,
Emergency.
Listen. I know you're upset about the whole house issue.
I'm sorry. Can I get your IDs? Can I get all of your IDs? I want
Has she
all of
wrote
your
anything
IDs.
down on the page?
No, she's like she's holding a torch in one hand and a clipboard in the
Yeah.
other with the pen. So she's like she can't. You can tell she doesn't know how to write on the clipboard and hold the torch. Like she seems completely at a loss as to what to do.
Listen.
I want all your names.
Miss Smith.
Ocavius. I don't know.
Octavius. Hold this torch, delinquent. She's like, Octavius.
I'm gonna hold this like so you can light it and so you can read it. She's like,
I go.
oh, whoops.
Touch it.
I roll the torch
Oh, I'm
out.
so sorry, Karen.
No,
But
Did you make your light go out?
No, no, I
Oh, okay.
actually
So
like.
you still have your light.
Yeah.
She's like, my torch!
Karen,
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Did you guys take off running?
Yeah.
And you just see her stomping, like, in a rage by the front of your house. And she's like, my torch! She yells, because you still are holding her torch.
I snuff it as we're running along.
No, he already snuffed it.
Oh, yeah, okay.
No, I haven't any torch.
All right. So, in the big courtyard, you know the stables are off to one side. You can very clearly see them. And you can hear the animals in them. And the stables are huge. Like, they are gigantic.
Like they spent more money on that than the dorms.
Yo, way more. Way more. And the stables are made out of metal, whereas the dorms wood.
I'm sure Karen's room has a window too.
You can go check out their dorms later if you want to.
Yeah.
But you approach the stables, and Professor Brock is kind of leaning against the wall on the outside, like with his eyes closed, to just sort of chill in there as you guys approach. I heard you coming.
Yeah,
I just wanted to whistle.
So you got my letter, huh?
yes, sir.
Yes. Why don't you guys come inside? And he opens up one of the cage doors and like does this.
All right.
I
shall
walk
run in.
in.
Wait.
Strolling in.
As you guys head in,
As we stroll in.
you see that there is a large bear in here.
Oh, I'm gonna immediately start backpedaling.
I just smile
Beautiful
like,
animal.
And
Oh,
as you
it's
do that, the
nice.
bear is like and like starts nuzzling back to you. And as it moves, you can see that there's two bear cubs behind the bear.
don't go for the
I'm
cubs.
going to like.
That's
Is
all
he
I
still
know.
at the door?
Yeah, he's like, get in there, come on. We don't have all night.
What?
I'll just grab you.
Giselle
and
wanted
pull
her
you
to
in.
fly. Now go.
Okay. Hey,
So as you guys go in, he closes the door behind you.
I'm
And
going
he's
to.
like, just don't pet the cubs. Unless you want to lose the arm that touches them.
I'm going to
No.
keep his.
Say, ain't that right, Giselle girl? And she just like looks like perfectly happy that he's like snuggling with her and he's snuggling with her. And then when he says that, she's just like, and you see drool start to drip down, and then she goes back to snuggling.
Oh,
I'm,
okay.
I'm happy. Don't worry.
The moment has passed. Let's move
All
on.
right, look.
That's the things.
Today was not a good day.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
I'd say it was good.
I need you all to do me a favor, not one I feel comfortable talking to you about in front of other students or staff. I don't want you guys leaving campus.
All right. We can manage that.
Some are saying you guys are to blame for your ship going down. Killing those people in the crowd. It's painted a target on your backs with some. Now, the school wants to pretend that's not a thing. That everything's hunky-dory, everyone's happy with the school, and everything's great. It's not the case. Look, your homeroom teacher, she's not going to be there tomorrow. She's not feeling well. I'm going to be in there for the homeroom tomorrow. You guys will be offered passes to go to town. I want you to decline them, give them to someone else, I don't care who. But you guys don't go to town until things calm down. That's not an official thing. This is not something I'll confirm if asked about later, but it's something I want you to do. Understood?
Yes,
You
sir.
sure?
Great. Meanwhile, your pops, he's here.
On campus.
I asked him if he wanted to see you. Sorry.
That's to be expected.
Anyway, sheriff seemed to like you a lot. I like the sheriff. He's pretty good.
Looks like a nice
He like
dog.
thinks for a second. Pretty good.
I like his hat.
In your classes tomorrow, I want you to keep an eye open. You see anything strange, you let Brock know. You got me?
I believe we
Affirmative
can
nod.
do that.
All right. He takes this sort of stick thing that he always has with him, and he sort of waves it over the bear, and the bear lays down and like closes its eyes with its cubs, like it's going to sleep. So that's a good girl. All right, we can go. And he opens the cage door up again.
Thank God.
You walk out.
He closes it.
Oh, it's all right, little buddy.
He locks the door. He's like,
Mm.
cages are magically shielded from noise,
All right. That's
just so you know for the future.
great. Great.
Show you. He opens up another one, and he's like, Rexy girl, how you doing? And you just hear, ah, like the loudest, most intense roar, and immediately the noise stops. And he locks it again. He's like, otherwise you all wouldn't be sleeping tonight.
Great. Yeah. All right.
All right.
Side note, how is she doing?
That means good.
Okay.
What,
If it's not good, it's more of like a, it comes in chunks.
what creature was it that, like, when he opened up?
Oh, Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Yeah.
I like this school.
So, we've all had a long day.
Yeah, head back and get some sleep. It's gonna be a long day tomorrow.
Oh boy.
Professor Brock, at some point, like, later on, like, near graduation, if I ever get to that point, can I ride her?
What, are you crazy?
Rexy, if she lets you.
Yes.
That is. All right.
You should see
Of
the
course, if
face
she
check
don't
that's
let you,
on.
she lets you know with her teeth.
Let him live his dream.
Reminds
He
me
does
of
what he
Hunt.
wants.
All right, so you guys head back to your dorm?
Yeah.
All right. So, as you guys head back, Karen is still standing out there in the dark. She's just like tapping her foot, like with her clipboard in one hand. My torch? Delinquent? You throw it? Okay, she catches it.
Well, we'll see you around, Miss Smith. You shouldn't stay out too late. You might get in trouble.
She goes, I saw you all. I saw what you were doing. You think I'm blind just because I'm human? Well, you all,
You,
can your light see in the dark? Yeah, you guys are lizard people. You can see in the dark. And you're a robot. She's like, robots see in the dark. I'm pretty sure. She's like,
you know, if
but I can see you all. There's lights over there. I saw you all at the stables. And I'm going to tell Professor Brock you were over there.
all right.
And I want your names before you go back in.
Please don't tell the professor.
She's like, all right, you know what? I won't tell him. But you all owe me a favor. Am I understood?
Miss Smith.
Eberron House?
No,
Yes.
you're not.
Absolutely, Karen.
You might get a favor from him, but
Plus, you owe me a new torch. This one's infected. And she like throws it back at you, and she walks off. And then she comes back and picks it up, lights it because she doesn't see in the dark, and then she walks off again.
she used to not be like this.
She didn't even get our names.
She knows me, or at least I hope she remembers me.
You then,
I don't think I'm that forgettable.
you guys go inside, you get your long rest. So you get your hit points and everything back. The next morning, as you guys go out into the main room, you guys kind of overslept since you were up a little later than everybody else. Most people are leaving now. Casey comes back over to you guys. Hey, there's someone waiting for you outside.
Who is it?
It's Leonard. He's the head of one of the other houses.
Oh, all right.
That's probably
Kyber
the-
House.
Oh, it's the goblin dudes. Awesome.
It's not just goblins, but it's the Kyber house. Yes. I guess we should go greet him for some reason.
So she heads out, and as you guys follow her, one of the other classmates is like, "You guys want your breakfast? I have it in bags to go because you woke up late."
Okay.
Thanks.
Gives you
I'll
What
take
is
a bag.
Inside, it actually doesn't look too bad. It's like a warm loaf of bread, some cheese, and like a little skin of some sort of drink. You can't tell without opening it and checking.
Did they give us 3 or 4
3 or 4 what?
bags?
4.
Okay.
They don't know your preferences in terms of food. Plus, you could eat for pleasure if you want to.
I just thought I could use it.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Like a muffin.
We haven't been introduced to everyone yet. What's your name?
So the person you're talking to, the student who helped you out there, they are, they have like a very weird demeanor. Like they look almost like they're an elf, but like some of their skin is like slimy and blue, and they have like these 2 like lobster claw appendages on them and everything, and they look very like of a mishmash of things. And it's like, oh, I'm James,
All right.
and I'm kind of the unofficial cook. I just love cooking, so they told me I could be in charge of getting everyone breakfast and lunch and dinner for Eberron House.
All right.
Thanks, James.
Thank you very
No
much. We'll be
I really like the muffin.
I didn't get you a muffin, but okay.
bread. Have you never had bread before?
My dad called this a muffin.
And you can see now, like how he cooked the bread was like he basically mixed together like some ingredients and then put it into some like he wrapped it in leaves and then stuck it into the fire. And so he cooked it fresh this morning, like in the fire and everything. So
I mean,
he must have woken up very early.
A bit
to take
odd,
care
but I
of
can
his bread.
appreciate it. Let's go see our new friend.
you don't
All right.
like muffins?
So as you go outside, Leonard is waiting for you. Leonard is a hobgoblin. He's wearing chain armor. Has long swords on him as well as short swords. Like he's got just like an array of swords strapped to him, daggers, stuff like that.
Must believe you're Leonard?
Yes, I'm Leonard. I'm the head of Kyber House, and I wanted to speak with you lot.
Can I offer you breakfast first?
Of course, they give the other houses hot breakfast, and he takes it. And he
Oh, it was made by one of our friends, I guess.
Makes a
there's
real
no
good
meat in
muffin.
here.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it makes a real good muffin.
It's not.
He
that a
looks at it
muffin?
like, is it supposed to be a muffin? He puts it in the bag and he rolls it up and puts it like in a pouch. And he's
How can we help you?
wanted to give you a heads up. Karen, she's a terror. She's already started telling stories about some student that's not on the rolls, supposedly sneaking around at night from your house. I spoke to the head of your house, but the description that Karen's been going around sounded like you four. So the head of your house suggested I speak to you. I would avoid making Karen too upset. She's got a lot of good connections. Nobody likes Karen, except for her own house. And even them, I think they just tolerate her. But just
Probably.
be careful with her. All right?
I am more than well aware of how to deal with people like Miss Smith, so thank you very much.
I got you. Anyway, just some friendly advice from a fellow house.
Thank you very much.
No, thank you
nods.
very much. And
And he starts heading off towards...
I must say, I really like your style, though.
He turns
I
around.
like it.
Thank you. And he's, oh, that's right. I was supposed to give you guys your schedules, too. He hands you your schedules. And you can see first thing you got is homeroom.
All right.
All right, so...
Just give us location, time, and
Yeah.
all that.
Mhm.
Okay.
All right, so you guys head for your homeroom, and as you go in, Professor Brock is in there, and he sort of starts off with a little speech. Welcome, class. Unfortunately, your regular homeroom teacher is not able to be here today. She's feeling ill after the events of yesterday. I've been asked to step in. As part of homeroom, it's a bit of a... Today we're just sort of doing a get-to-know-you since it's our first day of class. Also, I'm supposed to give out passes to go into the city. And he's looking at all right, so Eberron House, the 4 that are supposed to get passes for today. And he looks over at you guys. Let me see. Oak, Matchlock, Banger, and Bobrov. You guys want your passes?
I think we'd rather spend the day getting familiar with the campus. Roller goes.
Can I give my pass to
Oh,
James? He's so nice.
James, you want a day pass? James is just like, thank you very much, but with what's going on, I don't want to leave campus. And
Okay.
I think it's a good idea getting to know each other, like on our first day. And Casey stands up and is like, I agree. Oak had a great idea. I think we should all not go to town today. And the whole house like just gives like a cheer. And Brock's just like, whatever. And he just takes the passes and he sticks them in his own pocket. He's like, all right, moving on. And so he starts going into like the rules of the school and things like that. Of you can't leave unless you have a day pass. Any visitors have to check in at the front, and you get a special visitor pass to go there to see them and everything. And he said the principal Alfred Shade Tree, his door is always open if you ever need him. He's been instructed to tell you that you can always go visit the principal, the headmaster, whenever you guys need. At the end of homeroom, he goes, you 4. I know your schedule says you're supposed to go next to Mr. Orkman for martial training, but there's a special request. You're supposed to go to Mr. Campbell in the magic room.
All right.
All right, class dismissed. All right, so you guys do have magic on your schedules today, but it was supposed to be later in the day.
All right.
So you guys have directions and everything to get to Mr. Campbell.
Hope I still get my martial class. Probably the one I'll excel in.
Maybe later.
Hopefully.
So you guys head to magic?
Absolutely.
Excellent.
All right, so you guys head to magic, and as you guys approach, Mr. Campbell is sort of standing out front, and he sees you all, and he's like, welcome to class! What can I help you all with?
Mr. Brock told us to come here.
And he actually does that. Like he like starts to knock over his own stuff as he like goes to point at you. He's like, it's okay, I got it. You are the ones I wanted to see. I've heard you found some crazy stuff on that boat.
Kinda?
How crazy are you thinking about?
I don't know. I want to see it. Come on.
A boat?
And
And he puts a sign on his door that says, class is dismissed for the day. Please come back tomorrow. And there's like a whole group of students out there that are supposed to have this class right now, and they're all like looking at each other like, what?
Let's walk by that.
He's like, come on, let's go.
A book?
right.
A
I
book?
think the most important thing.
Probably.
You want to show him the book?
I think you should show him the book, Banger.
We don't know much about it, but be careful.
And he's a half elf, by the way.
Pull up the book out of my bag.
And he's like, He takes it.
Please be careful, sir.
It's an interesting cover. And he opens it up. He's like looking through and,
Also, I'm going to pull out. They had some sort of code, like some book that was made in code. I wasn't able to decipher it at the time. If I got a little bit more of a chance, I might be able to do something with
Let's
it.
see. This is good. This less good. This is good. This is good. It's good. And he's like, heard there was another thing though.
A necklace?
The necklace.
Oh yeah, it's something I've heard of them before,
I know exactly what this is.
All right, hand it over, student.
but it's
Student.
Just give it to
Why
him.
do you want it?
Give Give it to him.
Because the cultists were doing stuff.
I've seen them before. The prayer beads.
Yeah, it could be cursed. Give it over.
It's not.
Do you promise to hand them back?
Student, I am a teacher. End of course.
There you go.
You hand it to him and he's looking at it.
The magic class would be more fun.
He takes out a scroll.
I don't think he understands any of it.
They are prayer beads. You are correct.
Yes. And they can cast 5 times.
Yes,
the
5.
spell
There's
Bless.
5 beads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yes. And they can cast the spell Bless.
He holds them up. He's like, I think they're harmless. And he throws them back to you. Actually, should test them. Should test them.
Rather not at the moment.
Okay. And he goes, and he's like, when you do test them,
I'll let you know what happens.
yeah, I want to see. Call me over when you're testing them.
In all
That's an order. That's an order.
Just say okay.
Stop
Just
talking.
say
That's an
okay.
order.
So whenever you use them,
You stop talking. That's an order.
Both risk.
What's the book?
Oh, book.
The book. What's the book?
Stop talking. That's an order.
Both risk.
He goes back and he's like, I speak Draconic.
I just
Student.
said gibberish.
He's looking through and he's like, I've translated it. The book.
The whole book.
It is written in gibberish. So how did you translate it, student?
What? We didn't.
He was just speaking in gibberish, and this whole book is written in gibberish. So how did you discover the hidden language in the
God.
book, student?
My power's finally unlocked.
Oh,
I can go home.
Don't mind
I
our
can go
friend.
home.
He's
Can I
slow.
go home now? Does Daddy love me again?
No.
I'm so unbelievably confused.
he told us to stop talking.
He told you two to stop talking. He never said
It's
anything
like-
to me.
Now you,
Can I talk?
how do you work?
Magic?
I don't.
They didn't tell me.
Oh, his magic works the same way. Like I'm gonna pull out one of my my canisters. Same way this works when I hook it up to this.
Right, but that
It's magic.
that is controlled. How do you have sentience? I want to know how you tick. I mean, I can't make one of you. That would be illegal to make
Right.
one of you.
Right.
But I want to know how to make one of you.
They didn't give me instructions.
You don't need no instructions to know how to rock.
I just kind of nod back at him.
It's like,
That's what my dad said before I left.
I think these are the kind of people on the streets that my dad told me to stay away from.
Yo, I like this guy. I pull out the loot.
okay,
What's a street?
so now that I've discovered that this book is written in gibberish, I will go about discerning its secrets. So in class next period, we will attempt some of the things in the book.
What? That sounds. Are you sure that's a good idea?
It's a
sounds-
perfect first project for a
That
new
is a great
adventurer.
You saw the
idea.
rat skull on it. That looks kind of deadly. With the
It
Is
might
that
be.
what that is? That's a rat?
looks like.
Oh no.
Cool. And he opens it.
Wait.
again.
No, this
Where were you
is
trying
a
to-
great
What?
idea.
Where did you learn?
Magic?
Yeah.
Well, I learned it from my grandfather.
Where did he learn it?
Well, I mean,
From his grandfather?
he was
Was your grandfather born magical.
No. No.
I mean, my sister
no.
is.
No. Okay. So, how to put this so that you new students who are not aware in the ways of magic understand. My grandfather.
Did you make a deal with the devil?
No.
Was
No.
he a wizard?
No, not strictly in one of the schools of wizardry. No. He was, the layman's would say cursed,
Oh.
but it's a gift. It's really a gift.
Are you cursed?
No. I have the same magic as him.
Are you gifted?
Yes, I'm gifted like him in the ways of a wilder form of magic than what some people
I'm
possess.
slowly backing away from
Yeah,
this.
same. Just
He's like, now, typically when I go to use my magic, I have to be in the right frame of mind, or it doesn't work. My magic, you see.
I've heard of this. He can go off at any second.
And he's like, in order to really get my magic, I have to kind of. Hold on. Let me channel it.
No, sir, we get it. We
sir,
get it.
please.
I
I've done.
I'm just gonna like start like reaching for my pad, just like start taking notes, like
No, sir,
this.
things are getting late and you have a class to run, so we should just take our things.
Oh no, I canceled class for this. And you guys have my next period, I believe.
How crazy.
Looks at
It is
I look
crazy.
at my schedule.
Lovely. Let's start taking more notes.
I look at my schedule. Does it after Marshall? Is it this class?
Oh yeah, after martial training, it was this class. He's like, all right. No, I need time to get into the right mindset to read
Please.
the book. So I need all of you to go to your regular class. I will write you a pass. No, I will not write you a pass. Your teacher is Professor Orkman, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Franz, I'm sending 4 students to you that were late to class. Yes. Franz, I don't care that you're busy. You must listen. Franz,
While he's doing this, I'm
Yeah.
just gonna can I try and just take the books off his desk?
as you start to try to think about it, he just
Oh,
grabs it and like slides it back over. And he like slides the code words book back over to you.
all right, I take it.
He's like, they're coming. I'm giving them a pass. Not literally giving them a pass. I'm telling you, I'm giving a pass. No, I won't get out of your head.
I'm just gonna.
This is my power.
I'm gonna open up the door.
Yeah, you guys just walk off, and you could still hear him yelling. And you guys head over to where the martial
I
teacher is.
wish the stables. would
As you
switch
guys
tables now.
approach the martial training, there's a bunch of students fighting with target dummies that have like swords and shields and stuff on them and stuff. But the professor is like, and it's the half orc you saw the day before. And he's like, don't want you talking to me in my head. Shut up. Shut up. He's not gonna shut up.
He's not
I'm gonna
sure.
ignore him.
Please do.
I'm ignoring you. Ignore me. Don't ignore me. Ignore me. He's like, all right, you lot. You're the special little ones from yesterday that talk back to me, right?
No,
Not to you.
Not
Not
on
to
you.
you.
Why
We
did you-
respect your authority.
I did
So
not
mean
talk
to him.
back.
The short one.
I did not. I did not.
Yeah, he talked back to me.
I didn't.
Yeah, it was. They had a book? You think the book was controlling their brains?
No.
Books can do that. Okay. All right. Thank you, voice in my head.
Okay.
Okay, all right, goodbye. I think he's gone. Yes, I just was not talking to you. I was talking to them. I told them that I thought you were gone. Are you gone yet? And he-
Sir?
Thank you. All right, I understand you were being controlled by a book. I understand. I have also seen people controlled by books. It never ends
he
well.
was controlled by a book.
I got you. So
I
sorry.
couldn't think with my fist anymore.
Back to him.
It
You see a
was
single
frightening.
tear go down his eye, like from his eye, as you say that, and he's just like,
I get down on
Should we get to you know what we're supposed to be doing?
"Oh yeah, you lot have already seen combat. Target dummies are not for you. You come to the pit."
pit,
Oh, okay.
So he takes you to this fighting pit that they've set up, and it's full of spikes, and all the spikes have like wooden blocks attached to the ends of them, so that you can't impale yourself on them.
It's
And you're
just
like,
like the roughing
Spent
house.
a darn 2 weeks making all those spikes, and they made me block them all up, making me raise a bunch of students who can't fight in spike-filled pits.
If it makes you feel any better, Professor, this is just like the rough house from where I come, but it had spikes.
Great.
Metal
In the pit.
spikes.
All for you.
Are
Go.
you sure this is
I
safe,
jump in the
sir?
pit.
Here.
If it was safe, I wouldn't be doing it. Get in there.
I'm in the pit.
Okay. So
Jump on
Oak
in.
drops into the pit.
Here.
Is anyone else not dropping in the pit?
I am dropping in the pit.
Okay. All right.
Ready.
I'm gonna hop.
So you guys hop down into the pit.
Into
scared out of my mind, sure, but yeah.
really confused.
All right. Yeah. Move you guys. Here we go. So in the pit, you guys go. And Professor Brock jumps down on the other side.
Oh, what?
And he pulls out,
Hello, Professor.
and he pulls out a bag.
This is not. This doesn't bode
I
well.
don't like where this is going.
Me neither.
I don't like the idea of fighting the professor. He scares me.
I don't think we're fighting him.
He goes, "You're gonna fight me."
Oh no.
Oh god.
I don't think we're fighting him.
How tall is the pit?
On the sides that you guys jumped in, it's about 10 feet. With
I try
wooden
and scramble up.
Like, get back in here, coward.
I grab the matchlock. You're fighting with us tonight.
Oh no.
Tonight, we dine in Valhalla.
Tonight we dine in heck.
He goes,
No, Valhalla.
now this is just a training exercise. No lethal blows. That being said, accidents happen. He's like,
Yes, I'm sorry.
I'm going to take out a small block from one of my bags and hook it up to the bottom of my crossbow before one of the bolts starts sparking with electricity. I cast Arcane Weapon.
okay. He takes this bag that he's got, and he goes, he has this little fuzzball in his hand.
Uh-oh.
And he goes, all right, you ready? Sure you are, go! And he throws the
Great
fuzzball,
sword out. Let's go.
and it flies into the center of the ring, and when it hits, it explodes into
It's either going to be very fun or very bad. Oh no.
a brown bear.
Oh no!
All right.
Professor Brock, are we fighting that or are we fighting you?
I guess we're.
That is me. Roll initiative.
Okay.
I don't know.
And you can see everyone who was over at the target dummies has now like wandered over from the target dummies, is looking in like all looking mortified that you all have to fight a bear.
I'm looking out for my.
All right, what's your initiative?
11.
11.
17.
3.
13.
I'm cold.
Right now,
Okay.
22.
22. That's a bit different than 13. Okay.
I can't read it.
Use a different dice. What's the zero?
I rolled a 19
Starts
on the
playing
die.
Romania.
I'm like, it looks like a 10.
Bear game.
Yeah, it's a 9. 19.
This really reminds me of the hunt.
Okay.
did you even?
Oak, you're up.
Truckins.
I throw fire at it.
Okay, do it.
Yeah. Damn, let's reroll that.
Crooked.
I need to rewrite this down. 5, 4,
What are you
15.
15 to throw
hit,
fire.
To hit.
That hits.
I think I'm my damage my attack is +4. Yeah.
Yeah. Spellcasting plus proficiency is +5, actually.
What?
Spellcasting plus proficiency.
Okay, so it's 5. So it fits 16.
It still hits.
That's it.
It's a brown bear. You hit it.
Ooh. I'm a D8.
Yes.
2.
Okay. And next up is, so you light up your hand and you toss it and it slams into the side of the bear, but the bear's just like,
I cinched his nose hairs.
you. Like,
I think you
all
made
right,
it angry.
Baprov.
I'm charging it.
Go Pepper.
10, 15, 20.
Right in front of it. Great sword ready. Swinging down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 21 hit.
Hit.
Nice. 13 damage.
Cool. Banger.
I would like to cast Toll the Dead on the bear.
Okay. He fails.
So roll d12.
D12.
Yeah. No. There you go.
4.
4. Brown bear's turn. He's going after you, Mark.
It's gonna hurt.
First attack. 14 to hit.
Does not hit.
Second attack. 22 to hit.
That will hit.
12 damage. You down?
Yeah.
Okay. It just.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
And Boprov goes down.
You see a
Pickworth.
smile on Bumper's face as he falls down.
Yes. Guys, no, that's not good.
Pickworth, it's up to you.
Oh, it's me.
And you can hear the professor in the background being like,
Are you,
"Get up! What's wrong with you? Take one hit and go down."
my initiative was 3. Didn't he go before me?
What do I have here? Banger already went.
Yeah, I already went.
Oh, I didn't realize it.
Yeah, he went.
Everyone
He
went
told
except you.
Dad.
All right. I will cast.
Shoot
Actually, no, I can't. Just concentration. Does there seem to be anywhere where the spike? The spike's like evenly placed out.
Yeah, it's like all around.
Okay, like at the edges.
Like there's places where they can like pull ropes and like lift sections of the spikes to create like pathways out. But there's spikes there right now.
I need to. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Okay, it is within range. I'm going to take my hand crossbow and I'm going to fire,
Okay.
letting out one of these shocking bolts. Ooh, that's going to be 23 to hit.
Hit.
And that'll be. That is 8 damage from
Okay.
my first crossbow shot, and because I'm a crossbow master, I can fire a bonus action shot.
Sure. So you fire and it starts tasing the bear as it hits
Oh,
it.
natural 20.
Natural 20.
Hell
Okay.
yes.
This one hits the bear in the eye.
So, 15 damage total. When I let
Alright.
loose my second one,
The
I'm
bear
more so
starts-
just, like panic firing at this
The
point.
bear starts like as this
Sit down,
bolt
sit down.
of electricity is zapping inside its eye socket, and then
sit
it seems
down.
to like dissolve into a little fuzzball again, and it flies back into the professor's bag, and he cinches it up and puts it back on his belt, and he's like, "That's the spirit right there. That's what we like to see." And he goes over. "What's wrong with you? Get up!" And he kicks you, Mark. Oh, like not hard, but just like kicks you.
Little blood.
Should someone help him?
All right, why don't you help him?
Are we still in turn order?
No, you
Oh.
can just go now.
Yeah, I'll go
Combat's
now.
over.
I'll help him. Just put like medicine check.
Okay, roll medicine check.
No. There. 17.
He's stabilized. He's like, "Ow, yeah. Got to make sure none of those parts come out, huh?" And he like sees you like putting Mark's internal organs back inside of him.
I'm staying in
bandaging
the
him up.
corner as far away from the professor as I can.
I'm gonna stay with him.
He's like, "Oh, Brown bear in first pull. Not bad at all, cadets. Anyway, class is almost over. It's about time for you guys to get to magic class, so. Are you gonna wake up now? And he starts slapping you, Mark. Come on,
Does anyone have any way to help him?
recruit!
I know what. I'm gonna help.
From the crowd, James throws down a potion.
Catch it.
Oh.
My parents sent me with it. You
I-
can use it on your friend.
I don't think. I'm gonna we should give it back to him as I move up to him. We won't need it. We'll give it back to you. Like you can help him, right?
Yeah. Cure wounds.
Okay. Roll a d8.
I just roll my hands and you're like, clear.
And you can hear the chiming of the bells saying it's the next period now.
Plus my wisdom.
Yeah.
9 hit points.
I want its head. Where is it?
It's dead.
Where is
gone. It disappeared.
Oh.
Is there a direct way out of the pit here?
Yeah, they've raised the things up and the
Alright,
professor's
I'll
walked
go out
out.
and I'll hand it back to James. I'm like, I appreciate it, but we'll let you know.
He grabs it with his one of his lobster claw things and is like, okay.
Thank you very much.
And you could tell just from the few interactions, James is a people pleaser and
Seems like a bit of a pushover.
yeah, definitely.
Turns out he's a bear barbarian.
He is my friend.
So you guys head off to the magic class, yes?
Sure, yeah.
Alright.
Reluctantly.
When you get there, there's a big group of students waiting outside already. And one of them is Karen. And another one is Leonard. And they're both outside. Karen's like, Professor said to wait out here. I know that's not your name, by the way. Lying to the head leader of a house, that can get you expelled.
Wow, you didn't even ask my mom.
Can it really?
I'm sure it can. And she takes her clipboard out again and is writing, talk to headmaster about expulsions for not listening to headmasters.
I'm sorry, Karen. We got off on the wrong foot.
She's like, couldn't you just replace your foot if you needed to?
I don't know.
That's a good enough question, actually.
She's like,
Can you?
and the door just all of a sudden bursts open, and the professor's there, and his hair is all over the place, and all the tables and chairs have been shoved out of the way in the
What?
room. They're all against the walls.
Oh, this is what you were talking about with your magic going haywire, right?
Is your classroom
Does he
soundproof?
Of course it is. Of course it is. Of course my classroom.
does he look all right?
No. And he, of course my classroom. Of course it's soundproof,
One
baby. Yeah, because
point lay
the
on
students can sleep.
hand.
'Cause they heard explosions all night. Yeah, baby. Yeah. And
One
he's
point
just
of lay on
and you can see
hand
a
to
little
his head.
through his hair as he's talking.
My
So,
still
Bob
charged
Rove-
crossbow is
Can I roll medicine to see how hopped up on adrenaline and
Sure.
endorphins he is? $13.
You have no idea what's wrong with him.
Okay.
But whatever it is, it's no little thing.
Can I just touch his shoulder at one point, lay on hands?
You try, but nothing flows from you into him. It's as if there's, you can clearly see something's wrong with him, but it's also as if there's nothing wrong with him.
He's fine.
how are you feeling,
Do you need a
Professor?
pulse?
Feeling great. Feeling good, baby. Feeling real good. Come on. You're my students, right? Let's go. We got magic to do. Come on, baby, baby, baby. Ah! And he's flipping out as he
And I'm gonna walk.
ushers everybody into the class. And he is acting very different than he did when you first met him.
Where's that book? Do I see it?
It's open and on his desk. And so he comes in after the last student was, and he slams the door shut. All right, okay, we're gonna do some real magic here, guys. Real magic.
I think that Oak might have had something else that he wanted to show you. Right?
Did we?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes, you did.
What you got there, Oak? Come on, Oak.
As soon as he starts berating him, I'm gonna like try and creep over, and I guess I'm going to close the book and just like put it in my bag. I guess.
Okay.
He doesn't know anything about nature magic, does he?
This professor?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you don't know what he knows and what he doesn't know. You just met him today.
I've learned a trick.
He's like,
My hand catches fire.
that's a good trick, baby. Yeah, that's good. It's good. I like it. And he looks over at you, like with the book. And he's like, hey, hands off.
You wanted to show us this.
Hands
right?
off. Yes. Come on. Around the circle. Around the circle. Come on, everybody. Around the circle.
A circle.
And now you can see that built into the floor of this room is a circular design with runes, as if a summoning circle of some kind.
Do I recognize it as any specific circle?
Roll an Arcana check.
I do the thing. I do the
Well,
thing.
I was on the other side of the room, but it doesn't really matter. 19.
It's a planar summoning circle.
What do you plan on doing, sir?
He's like, all right, so, and he runs over to the book and he like plops on the door. And he's like, this book is great. It's amazing, baby. It's got real magic in it, real good magic. Look at these runes. I recognize these runes, baby. They're from the planes of existence. Yeah.
I whisper over to Leonard. I don't know what's going on, but
I'm looking
be ready
at
for a
like
fight.
Karen and the
Another
other
like
students. How are
zap
they-
through his hair.
I'm looking at Karen and the other students. How are they reacting to this?
Karen, like, is wide-eyed with her mouth shut, and Leonard is like, "The hell?"
That's why I'm like, get ready for some sort of fight.
And
just in case.
so Karen finally goes,
I don't know what's going on.
"Professor," and he's like, "Yeah. What's your name?" And she's like, "Karen," and he's like, "What you need, Karen? What is it?" And she's like, "Can I be your assistant?" And he's like, of course you can be my assistant. Get over here. And she's like, and she like starts to smile, like she seems genuinely happy that she can be his assistant,
I'm
despite the
looking
fact
around.
that he's acting insane.
Put him to sleep. Hey,
All right.
Karen, actually, can I show you something real quick? I know it would be great of interest to you.
She's like, I'm helping the professor right now.
It's
Delinquent.
actually it's a request from another professor.
Roll deception.
Oh no.
Oh god.
7.
She's like, I hate Ebron House, and she still goes over to the professor.
Have fun, Karen.
I would
So he's like,
sleep.
okay, everybody.
I would have sleep on the professor.
Okay. So you go to cast sleep on the professor. As you begin your casting, Leonard grabs your arm. And you can continue the casting if you want to. This is not a counterspell. But he grabs your arm and he looks at you and he's like, casting on a professor will get you expelled.
He's acting insane. He wasn't like this earlier. We came here.
All right, let's go tell someone. Don't cast on a professor and get expelled.
Gotcha.
Hey, Professor, I've got to go to the bathroom real quick.
Yeah, all of you go to the bathroom. This is going to take a while. It's going to...
Professor, you
what?
should call someone.
Call someone. Hold on.
No!
No, not again.
Yeah. Okay.
Going to the bathroom now, bye.
And then all of a sudden, he smooths his hair, and he's like, okay, look, students, go ahead and go to the bathroom. I'm going to prepare the ritual, and we're going to perform when you get back. I evidently have a quick meeting I have to do, and then we're going to do this. So all of you go to the bathroom.
If you don't mind me asking before we go, who are you meeting with?
Your homeroom teacher.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay? And he goes and he grabs the book. Said I sounded crazy. I gotta go talk to him. And he like goes and he opens the door and he heads off with the book.
Professor Brock.
Wait,
who
he's
do
going
we-
to Professor
I
Brock.
think
He said your homeroom teacher.
That's-
her.
that's-
By Shade
that's-
Tree.
with Shade
So
Tree.
I'm saying Professor Brock because
Should we go to the principal? Professor Brock? Who?
So Leonard goes to. He's got three others with him,
Yeah, let's go.
and he's like, "Did you see that?
Mm.
Yeah.
That was a shift.
He just completely seemed to change personalities all of a sudden."
Yeah, we need to go talk to the principal.
Yeah, we heard from our homeroom teacher that the principal's door is always open.
Yes,
It's probably a good time to go take advantage of that, huh?
The more of you that come.
Karen's like, excuse me, you are ordered to go to the bathroom, not to the principal.
The principal's office is open anytime.
Wait.
And what's now?
Wait. Question.
Anytime.
Karen, you might know. Does the principal's office have a bathroom?
Well, I have been there a few times. And yes, but that's for faculty, not for you.
Great.
But you use the bathroom then.
I mean, I'm a head of house. I'm basically faculty.
Great.
Great. Let's go.
Leonard, could, the more of us that
If you're
come,
going, I'm coming.
the more of us
Right,
that come,
Karen.
the
You
better.
can help us.
I am class assistant for this class, so
Great.
I am in charge.
Wonderful news, Karen.
You all heard the professor.
I'm walking out.
I'm
like,
already
Professor Campbell
sprinting.
said I'm in charge.
I'm already sprinting
And
up to the principal.
he did not say anything. He said she was her assistant for that particular thing. But she is like, I am the assistant classroom teacher. So she then takes the lead and starts marching you guys to the principal's office. When you get there, the door is shut. And the principal's secretary is out in front. And she's, yes, you all have an appointment.
We really need to talk to the principal. This is
The principal's door is always open to students.
great.
Tries opening the
Let's go.
door.
As you reach over for the door, she's like, what are you doing?
He said it was always open for students.
He's in a meeting
With who?
with two professors.
Which two?
Is Mr.
Which
Is,
are-
is Professor Campbell there?
It is Professor Campbell and Miss Shade Tree, the principal's sister.
Okay.
Okay.
They got here fast.
Yeah.
They met here.
Oh wow.
And the
Shall we
door
wait?
the door opens for like a little bit, and you're boom, baby, and he's like, yeah, you're gonna have to go ahead and yeah, and he like closes the door again. The principal, who's a gnome, by the way.
I think
Uh,
we. Well,
did someone grab the book?
He
no,
did.
he has the book.
The teacher has it. She's like,
I
why don't
believe
you
this
all
might-
have a seat,
I-
and they'll be right out.
I think what I have to say might help with this meeting.
Okay, 1 second. And she gets up and she like opens the door crack, and you hear like, and I said to them, we're gonna do it, we're gonna summon. And she's like, excuse me, there's a bunch of students out here who'd like to speak. And you hear the principal go like,
I think this will be helpful to your meeting. Stay over.
send them in. So she opens the door for you guys.
I'm like,
You all. Now the principal's office is plush. Like the seating in here is all leather, like very cushy. The lighting is all magical lighting. The desk
Mahogany.
is mahogany, but also like as like he's talking on it, and he's like sitting like this, and he's like realizes he needs to like adjust it or whatever. He flips like a little switch on it, and he easily, as a gnome, picks up the desk, slides it, puts it down, and then flips the switch again, and then goes back to listening.
Does the professor have the book with him right now?
Yeah, and he's clutching it like in his to his chest.
Excuse me. What I wanted to say is, Mr. Campbell.
And you see the professor go, "Yes, student. What can I help you with?"
That book, would you mind if you let the professor see it for a moment? I mean, the principal?
Of course. And he hands the book over, and the principal takes it on his.
I'm like, don't look at it. Like, now that he doesn't have it, I think that's what's making him go crazy. I'm just gonna say out loud.
And like, both professors and the principal stare at you when you say that. And the principal goes, "What was that, student?"
He was acting kind of out there, and I believe that book might have something to do with it. Would you agree?
Is that what you are all here to say? That the professor is crazy?
That he was acting out of the ordinary and wanted us to perform what I would believe a suddenly odd ritual, and started yelling and acting hysteric in class.
Headmaster, I believe the exact phrasing that we wanted to convey was that we believe the professor to be under the influence of a tome that was collected from a ship belonging to the cult.
And he got this book from you lot.
He asked us for it. We had to give it to him.
We were going
looks
to
at his
bring
sister.
it to staff.
And he's like, "My sister is very unwell. And she was called out of her rest to feel better." By the way, you look at her, she looks fine. Nothing looks wrong with her. And he's like, "She was brought out of her rest to deal with this issue. I will not have you all disrespecting a professor at this institution by calling him things like crazy. The professor has a documented medical condition. It is called schizophrenia. It is part of his magical innate abilities.
No one warned us of this.
And that is why you are not all currently in detention, student. Now, Professor, my sister was also unaware, which is why I'm so sorry that she also referred to you as crazy." And the professor's just like, "Oh, that's okay. I understand. Unfortunately, my magical abilities are tied to the condition. So I really am at my best when the other sort of personality takes over." And the headmaster's like, I got it. And you're sure that this summoning you're going to do is perfectly safe?" And he's like, "Oh, yes, the summoning circle we have in place is impenetrable. It was absolutely guaranteed by the artificers who designed it." It's like, "All right, very good. I trust in your expertise, Professor. Anything else, students?"
This was all documented prior to today, yes?
Of course.
No, sir.
Where's the bathroom?
Oh yeah, we need to use
Please
that.
use the one over by your classroom. And Karen's like, "Except for the heads of houses, right?" He's like, "Including." And she's just like you could just see she's just like deflated a little bit when he says that.
Yeah, let's go.
Anyway, Karen, I guess I'll see you later this afternoon for our third appointment of the day. And she's like, "I'll see you then, Headmaster." She heads out first. "You all heard him. Go to class." And she takes off ahead of you all.
I don't know. As we're walking back, sure that's something that happened prior to today? 'Cause that seemed out of the...
I mean,
And for the other teacher to not expect it?
All right. So as you guys get back to class, the professor sets up the book at his desk. He's like, "All right, if all of you will form a circle around the..."
Is it alright if I keep
Circle?
my distance?
No, everyone needs to be around the circle. I mean, this says we need, this is 9 people minimum. So, I mean, there's more of you, but, more the merrier, right?
Can I ask him how he read the book, how he figured it out?
Ah, that's a good question. I have this. And he holds up what used to be a spell scroll. And he's like, well, I used it up. But it allows me to decipher other languages.
So what language is it?
But I understand it now.
Name it?
Hmm?
Gotta name it?
Yes.
I'm sure it already has a name, though, if it's been...
Yeah, it's probably got a name. I mean, you know, we'll figure it out. All right, around the circle, everybody. And he
Unfortunately.
goes to look at the book, and he's like, and he like scrunches up his hair, and then he's like, yeah, all right, we got our magic flowing now. Okay, here we go. Time to make some magic. And he starts reading from the book. And as he's reading from the book, the circle begins to glow. A bright, sickly green color. And as he's speaking, you see his eyes start to also glow that same green color. And the light seems to sort of like pierce out of his eyes. Like when you look at him, it seems to like bore directly into you, this light, like as if it's directed towards you. And he starts speaking this language none of you can understand. And he's just rolling with these syllables and like it's like incomprehensible. And as he's speaking, suddenly the area inside the circle becomes pitch black. And you realize that there's little dots of light in the blackness. And you're looking into basically space. And in that space, you can see something floating out there. And that it's basically like a cube of like pure white that's floating around out there. And as the professor is speaking, this cube begins to glow the same sickly green color that the floor is glowing. And his chanting is getting louder. And now you can hear it inside your heads, as well as what he's verbally saying. And you can feel a tug from inside of yourselves toward that object, as if a tether has reached out from inside your bodies to this object, this cube that's floating in space. And you can see the cube is just sort of like tumbling through space, and all of a sudden it just latches onto this energy and starts moving towards you all in this circle. And it's growing larger and larger and larger as it does. Until finally, the sound just stops, and it's dead silent in this room. And everyone's just sort of staring, like wide-eyed, at this cube, this white cube in the middle of the room. And the professor then like smooths his hair and he's like, wow.
What is that?
That's a cube.
What was the spell supposed to do?
Well, it's supposed to summon the writer of the book.
Which is that cube?
Which is that cube.
How neat.
Mm-hmm.
Is the cube translucent? Or is it like...
It looks like it's a block of ice.
Anything in it?
Do a perception check.
most
It is very cold in the room now.
resistant cold. So
You can't see anything in it.
13.
You can't see anything in it. You can't see anything in it. Doing a perception check?
I already rolled that really low.
Okay.
Well,
so
you're
Well, you're
15.
passive.
Oh, my passive, 15.
you can make out there's a being in there. You can make someone out.
There's like
And you guys see
somebody.
anything?
It's like, hey,
Oh, you see something?
you. Make with the fire hands. Let's get this thing thawed.
Okay.
Are we sure we want to do that?
Well, we want to see who wrote the book, right? I mean, he's long dead. He's in a giant cube of ice.
I'm laying my hands on it.
Like, no,
I
no.
don't.
Are you sure this is safe? What is that thing? You don't...
Oh, yeah, don't break the circle. Don't break the circle.
Oh.
And he, like, reaches down and he puts some magic into the circle and it lights up. And he's like, it's safe as long as it's in the circle. All right, have your fire go in, but don't break through the circle with your actual body.
Oh, okay. Just I'm just lobbing fire.
And
balls at
he starts fire bolting at it, blasting fire bolts out of his hands at the thing, melting it also.
Can I activate my divine sense?
Sure.
Does being in the cube indicate?
Undead.
Professor, I think I don't think we should do this anymore.
Why?
Like, we may be safe.
He's twitching.
We
'cause
may
he
be
was
safe,
doing his
but
magic.
whatever's in there is of an undead.
Undead.
So a creature that is alive but undead.
I know what an undead is, but
Yes,
what?
but,
He's undead. So what does that mean? Does that mean he's dead, but he's not dead? What? What's the problem with an undead? You got a problem with undead?
No, but not every undead in this world is going to be kindly to us
I mean, you're not dead.
yet.
So are you undead?
I think he's implying whatever's in there is awake, maybe, or
Can't be awake. It's
conscious.
it's frozen in a block of ice.
Magic can do a lot of things, sir.
The ice starts to glow from inside.
Oh boy.
Pretty.
Look at that.
I
It's-
don't.
It's definitely awake. Yeah, we're gonna see it. We're gonna meet it. We're gonna talk about all this great magic it's got in this book.
Please keep the circle good.
Oh, all right. And he goes back to like energizing the circle. And the ice starts to slosh off the sides of this thing. And eventually you see big cracks starting to come out. And he's like, great first field trip, right, kids? And he's like flipping out.
I think I prefer the bear.
And Karen's like,
Started.
I have to go to the bathroom. And she bolts out of the room.
We still
As
have
this
9
thing is
people
very
to get
Yeah,
the circle.
you have
okay.
more than that, yeah. And then finally the ice cracks and shatters. And it blows all over the room, covering the room in basically snow. Because like it exploded into like snowflakes, basically.
It should have stayed in the circle, shouldn't it?
It did not.
Circle's not working.
So it exploded out, covered all of you, covered the whole room. Now standing in the middle of this circle, which is no longer glowing behind you, is a 3-foot tall, skeletal-looking, rat-like creature.
It's
That explains the rat skull.
book.
And it looks around at all of you with these sunken, like, red orbs that you're guessing are its eyes. And it's looking around, and it's...
Hello?
I just kind of like stare at him like,
Speak common.
And he's speaking in that same type of tongue that you heard the professor speaking in earlier. And he does that, and then you feel magic flow from his hand into his mouth. And he's like, "What language do you speak?"
Common.
Common, the new common. Interesting. Many changes done.
So, if you don't mind me asking, what exactly are you?
And he's sort of, oddly, despite him obviously being undead, takes a deep breath in and exhales it.
Professor?
Yes.
Circle?
And
Professor?
the professor's like,
Circle.
yeah, and he like ruffles up his hair to sort of bring his magic back. And he starts pouring magic into the circle, and the circle lights up again. And the being goes, simple spell. And he steps through the circle, which
pointing my
fizzles it
crossbow.
completely. Like, the circle just, like, implodes on itself as he steps through. And the professor's, like,
I'm pointing my crossbow at this
terrified.
Great,
you
great
point-
swords at hand.
your crossbow at him. And he goes over to the professor and he's like, "Who are you?"
thing.
And the
Could you
professor goes, I'm in charge. I'm the professor. I teach. These are my students. What are you? What are you doing? Huh? What's your deal? What's your deal? And the thing goes, professor, a school. He looks around. Interesting. Shielded from teleportation, yes. The professor's like, he's like,
So, what are you?
disappears.
My divine sense, he's still.
You don't sense him.
I'm gonna look at the professor. Safe.
He's like, that was awesome. That was the greatest thing I've ever seen. Oh my gosh, I gotta write this in my memoirs. And he goes like running off and like opens his office door and like slams it shut as he like goes into his office and leaves all of you just out there stunned by yourselves.
I'm gonna take the book.
Oh, you take the
Yeah,
book?
when
He left it out there.
Yeah, and when he wrote down the scroll, I'll take that too.
Well, the scroll was all ruined. He used
Oh,
it.
you used. Oh,
Yeah.
it's destroyed. Okay, then I'll just take the book.
Okay.
I hate this school already.
Headmaster, I think we need to go to the headmaster right now, guys.
Leonard is like looks at all of you and is like, was that a lich?
I
I think that
I
was a
think
lich.
it was a lich.
think that was more
I
than
think
a
our
lich.
professor just unleashed a lich.
How are we all still alive? It just walked through his circle like it didn't exist.
Probably
It-
because on a whim. I don't know.
Maybe we didn't rank high enough to kill.
Maybe he's gonna come back for us later. Who knows?
It's on his list.
Okay. Should we go see the headmaster?
Probably.
Sure. Let's
Should we
go.
try talking to Campbell?
Where's Karen,
I,
by the
um,
way?
I'm gonna knock on
Operative is
Campbell's
running.
door.
Okay.
I hope she washes her hands.
So you knock on Campbell's door and he's like, "What is it, baby?"
I think
You
we
want
need
to
to
talk
leave.
about that thing?
What the? And he like opens the door and he's there and he's like through his hair.
You know that magical undead you just unleashed?
Yeah. What about it? It's good field trip, right?
No.
What are you talking about? That's a great field trip. Everybody loves field trips.
Have fun.
And he slams the door shut again.
Wait, we're in Eberron. Are liches inherently evil?
No, they are not.
Okay, so
There are
they're-
good ones. In fact, the
It's
elves
still
have a ton of good.
so we released an unidentified lich. Okay.
We should go talk to the principal.
Yep.
Yeah, Leonard's like, we would like to go too.
Just clarification. Is his title principal or headmaster?
No one seems to have a clear idea on that one. You've heard people call him both, and there's no label on his door. It's just his name on the door.
Okay.
You see, even the principal or headmaster.
Now remember, this is like the first day the school is officially open,
Okay.
so maybe it's one of those things that they haven't figured out yet.
Yeah, let's go.
Headmaster Shaytree.
All right, so you guys head down,
We need you.
and there's no secretary at the headmaster's desk.
I walk past and just knock on the door.
All right, door opens, and the headmaster's standing there.
Hello.
Student.
Headmaster.
We need to talk a bit more about that spell that Campbell did.
Please, come in. Let's talk.
Thank you.
Are you okay?
I'm great. What's wrong with you? You all look like you've seen a lich.
Funny you
Good
should
guess.
say that.
Good guess.
I'm going to peer my head past. Is the thing in there?
No.
Okay.
Have you
Seen a lich? Yes, several times.
recently?
How about a random
Like-
one?
Today.
Today, no.
Okay.
Why? You've seen one
I
today?
think Professor
Yeah.
Campbell
Yes.
summoned the lich.
Well, come in and talk about it. So he opens the door up wide, motions for you to come in.
Okay.
You all come in. As he's going to close the door, the hand like stops the door from closing, and he opens it up,
It's Karen.
and it's Karen.
Please don't let her in.
And he's like, "And you are?" And she's like, "Karen, Professor?" Oh, yes, come on in. And he
Please.
slams the door
fuck
shut.
it.
He comes and he sits down at his desk.
Oh, it's the Lord.
All right, tell me what happened.
So he conjured this thing, this big
A thing?
Okay, well, let's be technical.
a block of ice.
Block of ice.
So I think that's a thing.
Okay.
It had someone or something else in it.
Mm-hmm.
That seemed to be an undead.
Okay.
Of rat-like proportions.
He was able to detect it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it was a rat-like being.
Now, are you supposed to know the type? No, you're not.
No,
right?
undead.
Yeah, you just know it's
Well,
undead.
no, that
Yeah.
I saw that it was.
You don't know.
rats.
You don't know. You don't know that it was a lich per se, right?
But
yeah.
I know
We
it's
think
powerful.
it was-
more than likely.
A lich. It broke through the magic circle that the professor said was safe.
Mm-hmm.
And
Asked a
teleported
few questions and teleported away.
out of a teleport-proof room.
The whole campus is teleport-proof, students.
Yeah.
We don't want anyone to be able to teleport in and cause havoc.
Yeah.
Wait.
he just-
What
Now,
about
the
owls?
exception to this rule is that there is a summoning circle in the magic room, which is
Oh.
exempted from the magic of no teleportation.
But he was out of the circle, the one that the professor was holding.
No one can teleport at the school outside of the circle unless they were, I don't know, able to dispel the magic that prevents it.
He might have. So the professor
Is
has...
there a way to check?
To check to see if a teleportation spell was done?
Yes.
Oh, yes, of course.
Could we
Can we
please
do that?
it?
If it's not too much trouble, Headmaster.
Because I believe that our dear professor had let loose a unidentified, possibly lich, onto the campus or anywhere it pleased to go.
I mean, just because it's a lich doesn't mean it's going to cause trouble. The elves have several good liches.
I know, but I've never seen a sort of...
It sounded old. It called common new common.
It didn't know our language. It came from a cube of ice that seemed to be
From
near the
space?
stars.
All right. And he points to the goblinoids and the human students, like the human house students, as well as a few of the other Eberron students that are there. Why don't you all go speak to Amara, and she will help you discover whether teleportation happened on campus. You four, I seem to keep having issue with you, so I wanted to speak with you. So you stay. The rest of you can go, and everyone else heads out of the room. It's like, okay. And Karen did not leave. Can I help you? And she's like, we have our appointment, Professor? Of course we do. I'm going to get to you, but right now I want you to go to see Amara, the occult teacher. Go! And she's like, oh, okay. And she, like, opens the door and leaves. And she, like, you can see her back up at the front, she, like, opens the door, you know. So I still have my appointment. He's like, go! And she slams the door and, like, you hear her. Or you don't hear her because it's soundproofed, but you know she probably ran. And the professor sits down at his desk and he goes, tell me,
That is a
Why-
nice desk.
it is, why did you choose to come to this school?
Might I ask why you're asking this question?
I want to know, what drives a person to go to a school for adventuring? What drives you? Why did you come here? Tell me.
To find my best friend.
Hi.
To find a friend in need?
Can you verify your name for me, by the way?
I can, but you wouldn't be able to pronounce it.
Oh my
You
god.
can.
Yeah, you.
Of course I can.
Sly.
Say it.
You're a sly one, ain't you?
He's
Go.
So what is exactly?
I asked a question, and now he's using the voice of the lich that you saw earlier. Why did you come?
I answered.
You, Dragonkin, why do you come?
I wanted to prove my noble soul to my father so that way I can lead the clan.
And you,
Because it sounds fun.
And you?
More or less family ties.
Family ties. Good a reason as any, I suppose. Well, let's go see your headmaster. And he like waves his hand and a door just sort of appears next to him and he stands up and he opens the door and you can see your headmaster standing in there like just sort of staring off into space.
Is he okay?
Probably. Come
Is
on
the
in.
shade-
What you do to him?
He's been charmed. Come along.
Why?
Okay.
He's not our principal. We
He's
don't
holding
have-
the door open.
I would
He still looks like your principal, the
I
guy
would
talking to
probably
you,
do
but
what he said.
like it looks like there's two of them standing there. One of them charmed, the other one holding the door open for you.
I walk in the room.
I gotta
follow.
go to the bathroom.
Get in the room.
I go with them.
Can I go to the bathroom, sir?
Go. Please, sir, I think I'm going.
Go
to
in your
myself.
pants if need be, but get in the room.
Please
Great,
don't go
I
in your
hate you
pants.
already.
You all get in the room?
Yeah.
All right. He closes the door. And he kind of reworks the environment. Like, when he opened the door, it looked like a copy of the principal's office. And now he's reworked it, and it looks more like this sort of throne room. But everything is old and decrepit and covered in cobwebs, and there's skulls everywhere of different types of creatures that you've never seen before. And he goes and sits in this throne made out of skulls.
Spooky.
Quick question.
Yes.
If you can make this place look like anything, why'd you make it so filthy?
This was my home.
Oh, I'm sorry. Jeez.
I like it like this. It reflects. The house should always reflect the owner a little bit, don't you think? And he waves his hand and his form shifts back into the rat.
You think you're filthy?
Of course.
Can you change how it looks anytime?
Of course.
So can
So-
you change it to?
But I have a better question. Why are we here?
You're here because. Curiosity. Tell me,
I hear that kills cats.
Well, he's a rat.
I don't know. Or something like that.
tell me. What is it that you all know of the morning?
It was a very bad day.
Suppose that comes down to perspective. Yes, a lot of people died that day, but it ended the Great War, didn't it? Now we have peace in our time. Seems a small price to pay, one nation for the peace of all the others, does it not?
Matter of perspective.
Exactly. So, I will give you a name that is closer to something you all can pronounce. My name is Rotsack.
Rot sack.
It's a small interpretation of my original title.
Is the implications of the common version the implications of the original language?
That's what the intent was, to give you the closest common pronunciation of my name.
Okay, rot sack.
It's a family name.
If I may ask, sir, you might have already told I'm a more holy persuasion. Are you part of the lichdom?
I am a lich. Of sorts. You could say. I'm a lich, but not probably the type that you all have encountered. I'm old. When your universe was different, I was here. When it changed, I was still here. And I will probably continue on after it changes again, if ever.
All right.
I lived for so long that I got bored.
Uh-huh.
Very bored. Nothing interested me anymore. And then I found myself in the situation of just wanting things to end, but I didn't want to really end things. I mean, after all, I am the greatest being in the universe. Denying the universe my presence would be a crime most unholy. So I simply put myself on ice, and you all brought me back after finding my book. So, I'm intrigued. I'm not bored. The morning is a mystery, even to me.
Right.
And that has me excited. More excited than I've ever been in the last... I don't even know what year it is. What year is it? You all probably tell him what year it is. I don't know what that means. Basically, when he went on ice, there was an entirely different calendar. He has no idea what you guys are saying.
When did you go on ice?
I don't know how to work it out in your date, but
A long time ago.
a long time would be my guess. And so I'm curious. And this whole school for adventurers, it has me even more curious. So I've decided I'm going to... Well, first, I'm not going to kill all of you. That was my first instinct. But I held back. I reserved that desire for later, I said, later to myself. And decided instead, you all would be my instruments for discovering what is the morning. How did it happen? Is it over? Is it going to continue? What is the story there?
Right.
And he seems to be off in his own thoughts for a second. He notices that you're all still there. Anyway. I will take over your studies. You will not be subject to the teachers who don't know what they're doing, or the principal here who's just in it to make money. I will mold you into what I need. You all seem to be the most proficient of the students I've met so far. And so you will be the ones that I use. If any of you have a problem with that, tell me now so I may kill you and move on.
I like being alive, so I think I'm going to go with this.
I promise you the one thing. I will not kill you or allow harm to come to you as long as you are doing what I tell you to do.
Oh. Huh?
For the most part.
Sounds nifty.
And I will give you what you all seek. The adventure of a lifetime. I will make your parents proud of you. I will make you find your friend. I will have you be the new head of household for your house. And you, I'll show you real fun. What do you say? And I'll ask for a return is that you discover what created the biggest tragedy that has befallen your world.
You make it sound like we don't really have a choice. This
Good.
seems like a
I'm glad
deal.
you're smart enough to realize you don't. Anyway, there's the door, and the door materializes and reopens back to the principal's office. And the principal steps through and sits down at his desk.
I hate this school, and I'm going to walk out.
You all walk out?
This school is awesome, and I'm
The door slams, and the principal's like, huh?
Good meeting. We'll be on our way.
Good talk.
Yes.
You- your guidance is most appreciated.
Of course. My door is always open.
Thanks for expelling Karen.
What?
Yeah.
I have a meeting with Karen. What? He's looking around. All right, guys, we're going to end it there. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to Wayfinders Academy Episode 2. We really look forward to seeing where this goes with Episode 3. Have a good night, everybody.
Shut up and sit down.